Move. Let's go. Let's take a look at this. What a defence, what a fight this will be, sir. Oh, the US flag, sir, will be hoisted high on this battlefield. Mark my words. Oh, look at that. Right into the forest, look at that. It's absolutely wiped out, so the Grenadiers almost gone. Have some of that, you fiends. Greetings and welcome to episode 136 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod USA campaign. And this, my friends, how I left it last time, we had a terrific fight here, an absolutely huge fight here on the border of Poland and Russia. It really was a titanic fight, and the Russians tested our defences, but our defences were not left wanting. They really weren't. We gave them an absolute sound thrashing. This army here in particular here, the General Bugat here, really did excel in the defence there. It's cast aside two full Russian armies now. The Russians have immediately counterattacked. They really want to push past here. And of course, if they break this village here, they break our hold here, our defences on the border, then the Warsaw is open to them. This could just be a test. It could be merely testing our resolve, testing our defences. But believe me, we shall not yield a single yard of ground. Not a yard of ground, sir. I can assure you. Now, we've had some wonderful advice from the council, particularly around what we should do in the east here, because we are now committed in the east, but also what we should do further afield. We've had also some wonderful tactics about how to break and how to sort of really take the siege battles onwards. So we're going to have a look at those as well later on. We must take Munich, but before we can take Munich, we must deal with this sort of Russian insurgents here. This really has hit us hard here. We didn't expect this. We've also got to send a spy into Minsk to find out what's going on there. It's just been requested by General Cromer. So we really have a lot to do, but we might not get around to it this episode. So we'll deal with the battle first, and we'll see what we have left after the battle there, what we can do. But we have to replenish these armies ready, because I got a feeling this is not the last Russian sort of surge against us here. We have to be absolutely ready and willing to take the fight here. Now, as you can see, this army really has taken a real beating. To say otherwise, my friends, would do a disservice. They really have taken a severe mauling. However, if you can see here, the Russian armies aren't, even though they're attacking us, they aren't at full strength. Normally these regiments be 300 strong. Not as you can see, there's not one regiment here, apart from this household cavalry, heavy cavalry, 7th Horse Guards here that really are, none of them are at full strength. Not a single one is at full strength here. And the same for the reserve army, which is coming directly behind. However, we mustn't become complacent. Just because the Russians haven't got that full field force here doesn't mean we can sort of put our feet on the desk, cigar in hand and a fine whiskey in the other, and sort of just saying, well, this is done. Not a chance, my friends, not a chance. We won't take any risks at all. And we've got the sharpshooters as well. They prove absolutely invaluable last battle. But just to make sure we do everything absolutely by the book here, we've got the cavalry coming in, and I think we'll just adjust a few things here to start with. I think we'll actually have the line infantry coming in first. I think that's going to suit us much better here than having the cavalry come in first. But these gentlemen here, I think we'll look at that. Look at the fighting these took part in here. Look at the experience now gained, absolutely huge. We need the cavalry to come in just behind the line infantry. Hear that? We've got the long riflemen. I think we'll have these gentlemen coming in after that. And then we've got, let's give us a look at that, wonderful. And should we need this force, and again this force was also dragged into fighting as well, but not to the extent we were expecting. We shall put some additional forces in here, because if we're going to go into the fight, let's do this properly, let's do this by the numbers. Now that is it's looking much better. As you can see, the cavalry 120 there, but the cavalry's taking a real mauling here, a real mauling. And put these gentlemen here, that's just right. This cavalry regiment here. He's not going to really serve as any purpose. What we will do is we'll put the cannon here. And last but not least, now this army taking a beating as well. But I think we will have the cuirassiers come in here, but these 3 regiments are at full strength. So it really would serve us much better to have those gentlemen coming in here. I think we'll leave the rest as it is, but we're going to immediately take this fight here with defences. The defence has to be strong here. We have lost a lot of men, particularly this regiment here, which really has taken a sound thrashing there. But we've got to maul, we've got to take the fight to the Russians, and we mustn't show them that if they throw armies at us, we're not going to buckle, we're not going to wilt. We are going to stand our ground, we're going to fight. Let's take the fight, my friends, let's take the fight. The second battle of the border war here, and it really is. But if we can hold them here, if we can push them back, it'll give General Cromer and his army group here ample opportunity here to move in against Minsk and take the fight directly to the Russians. But remember, they will be behind enemy lines, considerably behind enemy, hundreds of miles behind enemy lines. So we must know what's going on around Minsk. We have got to get a spy in there, and General Cromer has requested that spy moved in, and thus it shall be. Now it's raining as well, so it looks like it's mid-morning here as well. As you can see, this is slightly different here. The topography here is slightly different. We do have the hill here and this outcrop here, which will provide some cover here. But as you can see, our deployment zone is very small in terms of width, but depth-wise, it's just vast. It really is vast. Now, the battle before, I believe, was probably a little bit more forward here. But look at the size. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute here. Where is the Russian demarcation line here? Oh, wait a minute now, sir. Wait just a minute. Is that the Russian? Is this the Russian deployment zone here? Now this is highly irregular. Oh no, I am confused. Now this could be the Russian deep. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. We're not going to take any chances. What we are going to do is we're going to set our defences hither. We'll have the village here to break up any incoming fire, but I'm not sure if that there is the Russian zone, deployment zone here. That is unusual to say the least. I believe that's the Russian deployment zone here. If that's the case, then we're going to have to set our defences in a very, very irregular way, but it might actually, we could be able to set them up. We'll have a defence here, and then another defence cuts along here. I think that's what we will do. It'll be a very, very tight zone here. We might just pull back to here then. Right, first things first. Set the deployment. Let's just get these gentlemen here a second. As you can see, they have taken a real beating here, some of these cuirassiers, particularly here. 13 left there in that regiment. Now our guns are going to play a vital part here. So the first thing to do is set up our howitzers. Now they will be... We've got this village here which is going to prove a real problem for us. We might just set our defences here, and that way we're covering all bases. I think we'll just set the howitzers behind the line here. I've got an uneasy feeling here about this. It hasn't gone exactly as planned. That doesn't mean we can't adjust as needed. Now, let's put these gentlemen out the way here. But I think the Russians are coming in from this direction. It must be because we're facing that way. But that's the deployment zone here. The deployment zone runs parallel to ours. That is highly irregular. Now, let's get the regiment set up here. We have to have a strong defence here. Thankfully, we do have the sharpshooters, which we can put just on the outskirts of the village here. As you can see, this village here is going to prove vital in terms of breaking up any Russian assaults against us. This regiment's here on the left. This regiment on the right. Yeah, we're not at full strength, but we just have to make do what we've got here. On the... Oh, wait a minute. We might have to push these regiments out a little bit further. Just onto the outskirts of the village here, just so we can get another regiment in here on the left flank. Got the walls as well, adding that little bit of protection. As you can see here, we've got one more regiment here, which we can probably put here, just to cover this flank entirely. Look at that. Now, ideally we'd like to put these guns into the line here. Can we? We can't really do that at the moment. We could have two lines of... We can't really fit them into the line here at the moment. We've got to adjust and adapt to what we've got in front of us. And I'm just a little bit concerned of what's going to come from the flanks here. Now we know that these lines will open up eventually. Now let's put our sharpshooters in here. around here as well, along this front here, just to add that depth we need. It's more like it. Any noise in the background, my friends, you're going to have to excuse the noise in the background. We'll put this regiment here. Just put the whole stakes here, down here. We've got the line here. We'll do the same here. But these regiments will be pushed into the line proper once we finish. We'll just put the stakes here, actually. I wonder if we can move them in front of the artillery. And then once they move away, these stakes will still stay where they are. Now what else do we have? That's all we've got in terms of the defence here. It's a very, very shallow defence. Let's get these gentlemen. I have to excuse any noise in the background there, my friends. Window. This is probably the best we can probably get here in terms of our setup, because you know the howitzers will fire over these. We've got these gentlemen. Well, we don't want to put them too close. We don't want to have too much. We won't box them in here with these defences. We'll leave them open here, so we've got plenty of scope here. Top right, unless we just throw them slightly to the. Here, just slightly off centre, but that's the defence we've got to go with, and we've got the cavalry here, which we might just deploy in this forested area here. Of course, none of them are hidden. Just put them here, so they can operate independently here. The defences. But we've got to hold as best we can here. It's going to be a brutal fight. We might even move these up. We might move these, shift these across here. Let's demarcate, and we might just move these into the line. I think that'll be far, far better for us. What we will do is we'll just put them ready. One regiment here, one regiment here, another regiment here, and all we can do is we can shift this line downwards, and we can insert them into here, and then they can become so that independent detachment, as it were. We can't put these down here, but we can put them into line here, and we can adapt as we go along. There's the demarcation line here. Right. Let's end the deployment. Let's do this, my friends. Let's start this battle. Oh, there they were. We were absolutely spot on there. Right, these gentlemen now can be moved down. Steady, my lad, steady. It started. Let's see if we can't try and wrap around here. We've got dragoons moving along here. See if we can do something about the dragoons moving on that flank there. Just got to hold our ground here. I think what we will do is we'll move these gentlemen ready here. Double time. We've left the stakes here just to guard this here, but as soon as they come in within range, we're going to absolutely hit them hard here. Now, the redeploying line here. The Cossacks. We're going to come right around here. Out of range of that fire. Now we've got our own batteries opening up here as well now. Perfect. Got to lay down this barrage here, sir. He's taking a hit here. Well done, sir. Well done. These Streltsy here come in. They're as tough as they come. But with patience, we should be able to hit them here. Well, I'll be damned. Would you look at that? Oh, they've got the horse stakes all over here. We don't want to lose these whole cavalry for no reason at all. Especially here, we've already taken a beating here. We're just going to move ourselves out of harm's way here. Take that, is there. For all the bravery there, sir. Going to get ourselves well out of harm's way here. Discipline is going to be absolutely key here. We've got the minefield laid down here. Actually, well, we should have done. Which we not forgot last time. Mistakes. Especially they've got horse guard. Oh, look at that. lively, gentlemen, look lively. Let's just speed things a bit up here. Let them get themselves sorted here. Light infantry. Like, there's the household cavalry there. We've got to be very careful about these gentlemen here. Oh, look at that, we've hit them hard here. Oh, we've wiped them out. Going to quick lime here. I'm going to quick lime because as they come through here, I'm going to turn to shrapnel shot as well. Hit them hard. As they come through that forest, we want to hit them hard. Patience, my friends, patience. We've got to show the Russians it's going to cost them dear if they move against us here, which they have done, of course, but look at that, absolutely. Almost, sir. Give him a volley now, give him a volley. Oh, what a joy. Household cavalry dealt with. Come on now, gentlemen, come on now. Steady, lads, steady now. That's a wonder. It's going to get really hard now, really hard hitting. Get in there, lads, get in there. Steady, lads, steady now. fire support here has been exemplary, sir. My compliments to the chef. Oh, what a joy to see. People can be bad enough. Look at that. Oh, what a shot right across the bow. Broken, look at that. Time to deal with those. Time to deal with that. Wow, that's an absolute blitzkrieg upon us there. Will they step on the minefield? Look at that. These are absolute peppering us here. Hold the line, lads. Hold the line. Here come the additional forces. Got to get out of here. We've got to get out of here. Look at this. We've lost our line. We've lost our light infantry though. That's an absolute. That's a killer blow there. But look at that. That minefield. Wow. Still got one intact here. Here they come, here they come. Come on, you fiends. Didn't like that. Lads. What a shot. Oh, look at that. Look at that minefield. Oh my goodness me, what a joy that minefield is. Oh. Absolute right down their throats there. This has been an absolute masterclass here in defence by General Stuart here. It really has been a wonder. What the blazes are you doing here, sir? Get yourself over here to safety. Let's get them. Ah, General Gallimore. What the blazes? I'm not liking these. I'm not liking those at all. Let's get these rocket troops. Let's get these rocket troops out of our way here. Those rocket troops have been an absolute menace. Don't break. We are not afraid. Are they broken? Stick to the task, lads. Stick to the task. These cuirassiers have fought with great vigour, sir. At least we got rid of those rocket troops. They were an absolute menace. I got 24 howitzers now. Okay, we should be getting 4 new regiments coming in. gentlemen. Come on. That's more like it. Where's the demarcation line? All the way back here, so we should be getting new regiments coming in from here. If we are, we're going to move up against the Russians. Why are you still firing here? That's better. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a wonder. That is a wonder. This fire support has been pivotal to this defence. Absolutely pivotal to the defence here. And this light infantry has done an absolute fantastic job here. Just giving us that little bit of room here, breathing space here. Constantly firing. Haha, they've had enough. That's a lot of forces coming off the line here. A lot of forces coming off the line. Oh, that's a wonder. Much more like it. I think we might just set our own little we might have our own attack force here. We might just go out and take the fight to them. Oh, what the blazes is going on here? Mullins. We are going to move against them. It's been an absolute bloodbath. What a joy to see. Look at that. The absolute collapse here of the German army. Shattered. We're going to force this fight. What do they have up here? Time to move. Time to move against them. We've just absolutely blitzed this. The fire support here has been exemplary. Oh, wondrous. Oh, what a shot, what a shot. The howitzers have absolutely been a joy to see today. It really has been a wonder. That's not going to serve you any purpose at all. Three generals from the army group. The entire army group staff is here on this battlefield. My goodness me, what a fight this has been. There's a lot of Streltsy there, a lot of Streltsy there. Let's hit them hard, let's hit them hard. Push, push, push. Oh, what a... Oh, he's shattered. That's drawn them out. That's drawn them out beautifully there. Hold the line. Hold the square, gentlemen. Reform. That's more like it. That's a joy. Here they come. Here they come. Oh, that's hold. Hold the square. Trying to break the square here. Trying to break the square. Oh, that's a joy to see. Look at that. No respite at all. That's it. Come on. They're trying to break the square here. That's it. They're waving. That's it. Give them a good volley, lads. That's it. Yes. Square. Let's drag them in here. Let's drag them into the fight. What a fight this has been. Don't get dragged apart. Tap. Square formation. That's an order. That is an order. Here they come. Here they come. We form that square. Oh, we've just dragged all the cavalry onto these squares. Exactly what we needed. Hold that, hold. Don't you get torn apart here. Hold that square. That's an order. You hold. Get in the square. Get in that square. God, no Streltsy tough. They broke up that square pretty quickly there. Oh, that's gonna kick there. They broke it. They broke it. So good, gentlemen there. My goodness me. Got a hold now. This square is tightly packed. Hold, lads. I know you're abandoned here, but hold. Hold. Wow, these gentlemen have fought bravely here. They really have broken the back here, the Russian cavalry. We've only got there's only a few Russians left here. They've gone. That Streltsy here was an absolute brute. They broke up 2 or 3 squares. And that's tough to do. Yes. This line is effectively impenetrable. They have not been able to break this line at all. The fire support here has been a wonder. That's closest they've got here is that General's regiment here. But look at this, what a bloodbath. Even trying to cut the road here, they haven't succeeded. This has been an absolute death knell here for the Russians on the border. What will we get to replace these regiments? Speed this up here. We've almost held on here. If we can destroy the last of these Russian regiments here, yeah, they've broken. More regiments. Another regiment. We're going to keep throwing these forces in here. We've got to break these Russians here. And I've also made it across. What do we get to replace? Is it cavalry or is it another regiment? Another regiment. That's absolutely fine. Well, I'll be damned. That's where he's coming from, right there. Right, we're going to push hard now. We've got to get rid of the last threat. Russians forces here. Yes, we killed the general as well. Look at that, he took an absolute pasting, that regiment there. And so just ended the battle as well. But that's the price you've got to pay sometimes. Thankfully they're spread out here, so they should be able to get there in relatively one piece. No stragglers, sir. There'll be a court-martial. It's time to finish these gentlemen off here once and for all. Let's hold. Not even close. Those sharpshooters have fought with absolute wonderful bravery. They've held off everything thrown at them here. Those strokes is gone. Finish this off, hand to hand. they've gone. They've gone. Yes, we've done it, my friends. We've actually done it. Yes. What a fight that was. What a fight. Wow. We lost 1,000 men there. We lost 3,082. Wow. Only 1,000 remaining. We've got nearly 7,500 left. Statistics. Look at the kills here. Look at the 24-pounder. 115 kills. What a wonder. Vilnius, my friends. Vilnius. God, that's Vilnius is what we're going to be aiming for. Russia. What does it have if it's not another one? Where are they getting these forces from? And is Vilnius where they're getting these forces from? That's where it's coming from, sir. We have to be prepared here. Oh, another force. Persia. What about Spain? Don't do it, Spain. Don't you do it. Something's brewing. Something is brewing here with Spain. Ooh. It looks like France did actually take a fight to Spain, but got soundly thrashed. But at least they took the fight to Spain. That's the key. At least we know they've got some backbone there. Sweden. Oh, Sweden's now hit Britain there. That port's going to hurt us. Ah! And now Venice has finally made its move. But my friends, this is a fight we're going to take next episode. As you can see, these armies are almost at full strength. But they are not. But the Venetians aren't either. So again, we're fighting here. A very, very strong enemy here, but it looks like this won't be the first, but not the last time we will see them. You have to excuse any noise in the background there, my friends. As you can imagine, someone has just woken up, wanting my attention. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. This might be, we'll probably have a Great Britain campaign episode next, but I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As always, my friends, please keep your comments coming down below if you have. Your comments have been absolutely wonderful. They have helped immeasurably. They really have. You have absolutely been the guiding force that have forged where we are at the moment. Without your advice, we would not be where we are now. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. We haven't quite accomplished what we wanted. We need to take Munich, and we wanted to move against Vilnius as well, but we haven't been able to because of situations out of our control here. In other words, the Venetians wanting a fight with us. But we'll take this fight. We will not back down from any fight at all, I can assure you, my friends. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. Whatever you're doing, please be safe. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.